Well, by that sound, it means it's time for my favorite show of the week. It's What's Up Big Rapids. I'm your host, Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
And before we even get into it, we just want you to know that no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, no matter what you look like or what you've done, you are loved and a valuable member of this community, and we're so proud of you and grateful for you to tune in that we will try not to waste even a moment of your precious time.
And
right, Pat?
Yeah, and speaking of precious time, always smash that like button, tell a friend, be a friend, share the videos, comments.
Doesn't
we love
cost
it all.
anything to share it, right?
No, there are still people that don't know. So
yeah, maybe one of your friends will really enjoy our wacky brand of infotainment. So we've got a full show for you today. We got lots to talk about.
We do.
Before we get into it, though, I'd love to hear what you've been up to since I saw you last.
I seen you Sunday. So Mother's Day.
Yeah, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to those that I didn't get to see, because apparently, outside of my mom, and my wife, I didn't really. The day was busy. I didn't get a hold of anybody, text
Church
anybody. I like
morning.
to tell friends and
Yeah.
Sisters and all that kind of stuff. But the day just got away from me. But it was nice. Yeah, we got some food and Mom came over. Yeah, it was a good day.
Nice. Yeah. Well, last week I told you guys that my parents' plans had been a little bit disrupted. So instead of them being out of state, we actually got to see them and have a really great meal and great time with them. So got to do.
Around here?
Yeah, we took them out to Antlers.
Okay.
You guys get out there much?
It's good food. A couple times a year. We try to get out there.
It's probably Siobhan's
I think
favorite.
the last time I was there was with you.
Oh, yeah.
Actually,
I was going to say, it's Siobhan's favorite place in Mecosta County, probably. You know what I mean? She loves Antlers and CL, and the staff out there is great. And
Very friendly. Yep.
Very friendly, great food. They put on a nice little Mother's Day menu.
Cool.
So we did that.
The food never misses out there. I know that. I mean, it's a different kind of menu than I think you'll find here in Big Rapids. And they do a good job.
Yes, we did that. And then I think Siobhan and I took Noble, went golfing that afternoon.
It was a beautiful afternoon for golf.
Nice day of that. And then I had a rehearsal with Hand of Giants, the band that I'm in, one of the bands I'm in, that has been doing some
busy summer for
very
Hand of
busy
Giants?
summer. Yeah, we got so much cool stuff going on. I can't even tell you guys, but right now we've been recording. It's been like a long time since I've been. I guess not a long time, but it's been a long time since I was having this much fun. On the other side of a set of headphones, just like, how was that? Kind of a thing. But man, it's great.
It's a good group of people.
Excellent group. I've got the best job in the whole group. I just get to hype them up, play percussion, and sing a little bit of backup stuff.
It looks like you have fun.
I've got
playing
the
with them,
best job.
Yeah, for sure. And the best seat in the house, right? Is that what they always say?
I think so. I always looked to the percussionists always as a kid. They always seem like the coolest, the most creative. They're just Bob Ross back there. They've got their palette full of colors, and they're just, let's put a happy little something here. We'll put a little something there. Meanwhile, everybody else has kind of got to be focused and locked in, But I got the best job. So we did that. And speaking of great jobs, my favorite job is just getting to help people with their housing.
Oh yeah,
and it's gotten so much harder for so many people to get good housing or to find what they need or just to do a simple thing like make a move. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's gotten so complicated and so hard. So I was happy to be able to have some closings this week, help some people get those keys or finally be able to move on. So yeah, in fact, I'm closing on something as we speak. There you go. As soon as we get done recording this, I'll have to go and make sure everything is
congrats to them.
Is done.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of moving on, we spend a lot of the week with people moving on.
Yeah.
Ferris graduates, so we lose a lot of tenants this time of the year. So we are hot and heavy in move in, move out week. And yeah, I should probably be working, but here we are.
We got to take a little bit of time to shoot this show.
Yeah.
We'll get right back to work. Don't worry, everybody. I am so proud of the graduates this year. We knew a lot of young people who graduated and got to walk. And I'm not a parent to any of them, but it feels like a little bit like that.
Oh, for sure.
Really proud of some of these kids and how hard they've worked. And we're rooting for them. Obviously, it's not like a great market they're heading out into. So, best of luck to everybody. But I also noticed and was really impressed with our president's or our university's president, Dr. Pink, and the way he greeted each student and how many students he seemed to know by name and know personally.
Wow, that's cool.
Really, really, really cool. Speaking of people moving on, maybe in a little bit different way, but also this week we honored the police. We did at Ferris, they did the police memorial service. And I wasn't able to be there, but before it, I was walking by the police station and I heard the sound of bagpipes.
Oh, cool.
And I traced the sound. I couldn't not find where that sound was coming from. And it ended up coming from our own police officer, Bill Sell, who was warming up before the service, or before the presentation, the memorial service that they do it in front of Ferris every year to honor our fallen police officers. That's what it is. It's a
Gotcha.
Police officers memorial service.
I did not know they did that. So
do it every
cool.
year. I've been to a few of them. They're always beautiful, but I did not know that one of our local guys had a talent like this and could play bagpipes.
Cool. Very cool.
And I guess he's only been doing it the last couple of years here, but he's been doing it most of his life.
Wow.
And
that isn't really a skill you just learn,
No.
right? Like it's something that you
I
learn
don't
as
know
a kid, maybe you get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be a very niche.
It's rare.
Very rare.
I don't know anybody else who plays bagpipes. I wish I'd have gotten a video so I could share it with you guys. He was really good. And, he was dressed immaculately.
Of course.
From the waist up, Big Rapids police officer, waist down, Scottish Highlands.
Yeah, there we go.
Scottish
legs
Lord.
going or the
Awesome. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
And thanks for making Big Rapids a little bit cooler.
For sure.
For being in it.
Although many people, I feel like bagpipes got a bad rap. You know, like growing up, it was always that one instrument
Well, some people don't like bagpipes at all. They find the noise to be too high, like that a little bit, I think there's a bit of a scale. So bagpipes might be way up here. Oboe might sort of be here.
Okay.
Fiddle or violin, maybe. Those. I think all those instruments are gorgeous, but there are some frequencies that they can hit.
Yes.
That I could see would be like nails on a chalkboard. What about you guys, Dom, Kenzie? You guys, what do you think of bagpipe music or fiddle music in general?
Those are two completely different things.
Okay, I don't even want to.
You've got a woodwind. You've got.
I don't even want to know because I can tell you're going to say something horrible about one of them.
And how does the accordion not into the worst musical instruments ever? Come on.
I feel like the accordion.
Come on.
Is
other than
nice
Weird
instrument.
Al and any
Careful,
polka bands,
Dom.
any polka bands
Careful,
out there.
Dom. This is a pro Weird Al podcast.
Hey,
for sure.
We're fans. He's a musical genius.
Yes.
And
he absolutely
he's a
is.
treasure.
I'm saying other than him.
Okay, accordion. I've definitely heard obnoxious accordion, but in my adult life, the only accordion I've heard played was brilliant. Probably polka bass, but really brilliant stuff.
Like it gets up there sometimes.
Because it's a drone, I believe, is kind of what drives
also the
people
sound in
nuts.
general.
If it's not Scottish, it's crop.
Yeah.
Come on, Pat.
I was introduced to another instrument this week. Can you Google Ilian pipes or Ilian pipes? Probably Illyian, maybe. Ilian pipes. Look at that. Okay, so see that photo of the guy? Pull that up. See if you can get that full screen or visit it or whatever. Okay, so it's like bagpipes, except you do not have to blow into the bag. No, go back to where the guy is holding it, because that's really the only way to kind of show the difference.
Well, you put the bag under his elbow.
Nope,
right?
it's so you've got the bag under one elbow, and you have a bellows. That's a bellows, right? Like one of these things.
Right.
So that way you're not using your lungs at all.
Yeah, you just
Okay, and then he's playing the traditional bagpipe thing with both hands, but that thing that's sitting across his lap, he's playing that also. That is where all the drone pipes are. I don't think you're going to be able to get a good look at. Pull up a video, dude. Yeah, go to videos.
Come on.
Go to videos. There you go.
There we go.
We probably don't want this. We don't want to watch an intro to it. Plus, I don't. Oh, you know what? We can't get. Can we even get audio?
Oh yeah, there we go. He's definitely squeezing with his elbow. And
Dom, are you able to hear that?
No,
I didn't think so.
audio.
I was going to say I don't believe I've got it hooked up for audio. Okay, but essentially they're able to. It sounds just like a bagpipe, but they're able to play chords. That's what he's doing with his wrist, and then he's playing. All right. Sorry, everybody. We'll get back to more audio
Especially
stuff.
Spotify people.
Like if you're not manly enough to play the bagpipes, you can sit down and play that.
No,
Come on.
Dom, see, no, don't show your ignorance. Okay, this guy's working harder.
Yes.
He's using both arms.
He's wearing pants. He's not working harder.
And what workmen don't wear pants?
He's wearing jeans.
Tell that to police officers, except the bike cops. And then he's also playing chorus. So he's playing like a bunch of different things all at once.
Interesting.
All right. Anyway, let's get back from that. What do you got coming up, my man? What's coming up this week?
We actually will take off tomorrow. We're gonna get in a little bit of golf on our way to a marriage retreat. We'll be gone tomorrow.
Where are you gonna play?
Friday. I don't know. Somewhere down in Grand Rapids. I was looking at. Buddy recommended Boulder Creek, which is over on the east side. There's a couple other ones that we looked at on the way. If the weather holds off, if it rains,
yeah, it's supposed to rain like every day this week.
Maybe I'll find an indoor and or I'll take the wife somewhere else.
I've got a recommendation for you. Gimme's right downtown. If you get rained out and you guys want to go have some fun with your golf clubs, there's this new place downtown Grand Rapids called Gimme's. GIMME''s, and it is a pretty nice restaurant with about 7 or 8 indoor golf bays.
Interesting.
That you can book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a great menu. It's sort of like
super helpful.
Think Buffalo Wild Wings if they had a whole bunch of golf ranges in there.
That sounds dangerous, guys.
I know, right? And it's within a block or so from
Amway's where we'll be staying.
Oh yeah, it's probably 2-3 blocks from
right down there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we'll get settled in. We got a couple days down there, and then
a marriage retreat. That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
that sounds good. It's through the church, so that's always
we haven't been in a couple years.
It's good times.
It's good. What are you hoping to get out of it?
Spend some time with my wife. It's been a while since we've kind of.
Well, I wasn't asking for like detail, like private details. Jeez, man, it's like
no date night, and then of course,
keep it to the daytime hours. What are you hoping to get out of the conference itself?
Out of the conference.
Yeah, what do we get out of marriage retreats?
I will say that every year we take something away.
Yeah.
Whether it's this little thing that we want to implement or this little thing that we want to implement. Some years it's more that we implement than others.
It's all about the couple who are, or sometimes not a couple, but whoever is the keynote speaker or whatever. That usually makes or breaks it.
And
for
I
me.
believe it's Dwayne's son.
Oh, cool.
And wife, correct, Don? Yeah. So I've never heard him, so I'm interested. But yeah, we'll come home Saturday, and then Sunday morning we're headed down to Detroit. We got Post Malone
Detroit
and
Rock
Jellyroll at Ford Field.
Those two together?
Sunday night.
How many face tattoos can you get on one poster?
I am super excited, though.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
It's the youngest first concert. We bought him tickets for Christmas.
How many of you guys are going?
Me, the wife, the youngest, the oldest bought his girlfriend tickets. So the 5
You
of
got
us.
a bunch going.
Yeah,
that sounds like a fun night.
Stay the night down there and come home on Monday. But no, I'm super excited. Drake's never been to a concert, and that one's going to be epic.
Dude. I'm trying to think, like, what plans do I have? I don't have anything nearly that exciting.
We've been looking forward to it for a while. So, I mean,
that's great.
Most people went on spring break.
Actually, I got something for you.
I did.
I don't think I'm going to be able to make it because Saturday night I'm going to be. Hey, Saturday night, if you are
bored,
not bored, but if you've been looking for meaningful connection in your life and are having trouble finding it and are maybe looking for a group of people that are a little bit more welcoming and accepting, I'm going to be doing worship for Connect Church Saturday night. All right, that is Pastor Mark Robb's group. They meet at the Crossroads Auditorium.
Yep.
And it is about the most
Saturday
friendly
nights.
Saturday nights. I'm not
time?
dead sure
6?
of the time. Check their
I
Facebook
believe it's around
page.
6, if I remember right.
Yeah, and maybe once every 3, 4, 5, 6 months they invite me to fill in for their regular, when they need a worship pastor or something like that. But this weekend I get the chance to do it. But if I wasn't doing that, there is nothing that would keep me from Grand Rapids, because the Grand Rapids Symphony is playing with one of my favorite funk bands of current time.
Okay.
Called Lettuce.
Lettuce
has
how do you spell that?
Just as the veggie.
There we go.
Is.
I was hoping that was
Lettuce.
Yeah,
Lettuce is a dope dope funk band and jam band extended.
With the Grand Rapids Symphony, huh?
And they're going to be playing with the Grand Rapids Symphony. I'm not sure why or how that was able to happen, but it's happening. And so if I
Where's
could
that
make
at?
it is, I think it's at the Grand Rapids or like, the DeVos Hall or whatever, where they normally perform.
Yeah.
But I heard about that. I would do that. But I've got a ton of work to do this week yet. I've got a couple of closings coming up as well this week. I'm so excited for my clients to be, able to
Buying side, selling side.
both.
There you go.
Yep, one of each. And you know what? In fact, this season is it's getting hectic quick. If you're thinking this is the year that you're wanting to make a move, like you should give me a call like now. It's it'll be June before we know it, then it'll be August before you know it. And then that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Things sort of settle down. So winter is coming, as I keep saying. But anyway, we had I've got one other thing I wanted to mention. On Friday from 2 to 4 at Artworks is a celebration of the life of someone who was really important to me, and I think to Big Rapids in general, even in the brief time we got with him, and that is the celebration of life for Ric Underhile. Did you know him well?
I met Ric a few times. We had long conversations when he took over. Lynn kind of brought us together because I was helping with the paper still then, doing a lot of Artworks trade and getting their word out and ads and stuff like that. And I got to meet Ric a couple times. And then I believe after I left, I got running into him by the office there a couple times.
Ric was a really special guy. He was so he was very well educated. He had an incredibly diverse background. So he could just relate to you on a lot of different levels and topics and things. And I just found I could talk to him about anything and get really good, sound advice. And I'm going to miss him like crazy.
Yeah, he kind of lifted up Artworks after
he sure did.
Post-COVID.
He sure did.
And
COVID kind of almost wrecked everything that Lynn and her team had worked so hard to build.
Yep.
And I feel like he was the steady guiding hand that kind of got that place to where it is now. And not for nothing, now they have 2 people kind of splitting that job. And they're both wonderful people. I'm not saying they're not capable, but I think that's something to say about a person when you stop, that it
2
takes a
people
couple.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. And plus, a lot of that has to do with what he did to put things in place so that it did. You needed 2 people,
Yeah, he had a great mind for problem solving and for seeing how to bridge different things. So we're going to miss him. If you want to pay your respects, they're going to be hosting a celebration of life this Friday from 2 to 4 at Artworks. And he's definitely big loss to the community, and I think it deserves to be sent off well. So I'll be there.
That's for sure. Yeah. We get a little bit of news this week about town. It's kind of quiet, I would say, in terms of new businesses and
nice.
People coming and going, which is
Have a quiet week.
I don't really have time for a not quiet week. So, but we did get a little bit of update according to BigRapidsDailyNews.com. City of Big Rapids is looking to acquire the parking lot next to the theater, and I think you said you talked to the theater guy.
Yeah, I did. He had reached out a while back and said if we ever had any questions, to feel free to reach out to him. And really a nice guy. But so what we found out is that the city has agreed to buy the parking lot that's adjacent to the theater, and so that amount can sort of help go towards the project.
The project.
The city will take it over and decide what they want to do with it, whether they're going to continue to maintain it as a city parking lot or maybe develop it into a cool, like a little community space. You know what I'd love to see? This is just coming to me, but we've got Pocket Park on the north side of downtown.
Yep.
On this side, what if they did a little incubator, like, have we talked about this before, that down in I don't know if it's Sand Lake, one of the towns to our south, they have taken one of their little empty lots.
Sand Lake, yep.
They put shipping containers around the outsides, and they outfitted the shipping containers to be capable of being little small businesses.
Little pop-up stores.
Little pop-ups.
Yep.
And what if we did that in that lot? I mean, I'd like to see us do that with the Bernie's lot where we have our farmer's market. That seems a natural fit, but we could do something like that, or maybe just have a couple.
Maybe where there's water and electric and, you know, a couple places that it would seem like somebody could set
if
up
somebody
something
wanted
there.
to do a food thing, they could do a food thing. But
food truck circle or something in there would be super
and then,
cool.
maybe just like a nice little space with some cornhole boards and some big giant Connect
Connect
Four, you know,
Fours.
those
Yeah,
type
those
of
things that you
like
see in every other city.
Yeah, like a fun little community
Midland's
park.
got like the downtown, like ping pong tables, and
cool.
they got bags. They got all kinds of stuff in downtown Midland.
Yeah, well, what if that was just a cool little place to hang out? That'd be really cool.
For sure. Yeah. The city looks like they're kind of waiting to see what the second steps are.
It's contingent on the actual closing, but from what I hear, that's probably going to be next week. It's
very cool.
imminent. I mean,
There you go. You hear that.
It's not going to be open till probably this holiday season, guys. I mean, because the guy who's buying it, Jordan, and I had a wonderful conversation with him. He's a really cool guy. I won't even try to tell you his story because it's so cool. Maybe one day we'll get him to come and tell it for us. But basically, his family's been lifelong in the theater business. This is what he does. He has done this before, acquired theaters and fixed them and reopened them.
Very cool.
And he's got a vision to really bring our theater back to the old days, the glory days.
Goodness.
Like Pat, I sent you a couple of photos of what the theater used to look like back in like the 40s.
Well, we have the same seats that they had in the 40s. They're currently in there now.
I promise you, those will be gone. But he did mention, thank you, right there. That is cool.
Very cool.
He mentioned that he would really, really love to strive to rebuild the marquee.
A marquee, yeah.
Rebuild the marquee like it was in the glory days.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome, man. The town I grew up. Don, where'd you grow up?
West Branch.
Kenzie, where'd you grow up?
Houghton Lake.
Morley. Okay, I grew up in a little town that had a little theater, and I've got very vivid memories. In fact, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but the first time I felt like I was doing an adult thing by myself was buying a ticket to the theater. Do you know what I mean? Like there are things your parents always do for you, and then when they say, here's money, you go do the thing.
Yeah.
That's like kind of a big thing when you're a kid, right?
Yeah. No, it was very intimidating.
Yeah, like having
what
to
I remember
say,
of it.
I need one. I'll take a small fry and a Big Mac and a this or whatever. Like we didn't order our. Parents did that, and then at a certain point, they allowed us to do that, and that was like sort of doing adult things. Well, the first thing I can remember doing, where I had money and I talked to the adult and I told him what I needed, was ordering tickets at the little movie theater. It kind of looked just like that one, to be honest with you. It was an old school theater, and I can't remember what the
movie
very
was?
first movie I was, but the first movie I can remember seeing was early 90s. I probably was like 11 years old, and we went and saw The Cutting Edge.
the ice skating movie.
Don, you know it?
Absolutely, I know it. Well, Pat, why are you laughing?
Dude, it was a great movie.
legendary.
Okay, in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to give you a little review to catch you up to speed.
Spoiler alert.
No spoiler alert because it's been out for 30 years. Okay. All right. Here's my movie review of The Cutting Edge. Okay, Cutting Edge, 1992. Okay. There's this beautiful but spoiled girl. Okay, she's in the Olympics. She's very demanding. Things don't go her way. She falls. Her partner let her down. Bad partner. She's mad about it. She's not going to get a gold medal this year.
No.
Okay, got to have a new partner. Her coach, really great Russian, successful.
Russian coaches were
he's like the best. He knows he's
Especially in the
tough
90s.
on her. She's spoiled though. She's tough. Nobody wants to be her partner. Okay, because she's got a bad reputation of being too difficult. So he's got to find an alternative. So he finds a hockey player. Right, he got hurt. He can't play hockey anymore. Can't see. He's got bad vision. But he says, you can throw this girl around on the ice. And so they become partners. They get all the way to the Olympics. They make it. They win the thing. They fall in love. Okay. It's awesome. It turns out this is what he always was meant to do.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah, cult classic.
Cult classic.
All right. So that's the movie. That
Out of
was
10. What are we giving it?
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. Would recommend. It is
thing you don't
a
review
wonderful
movies?
tale that I doubt you'll even be able to find. Anyway, that was the first movie I can remember going to. My most vivid theater memory was a few years later when Martin Lawrence and Will Smith
Oh, let's go. Bad Boys. Bad Boys.
they
Let's
released
go.
a little movie called Bad Boys.
Legendary.
And there was a 13-year-old
Unfortunately, I'm behind you in a couple years.
who wanted to see it real bad, but our theater had a policy.
Most
Okay?
theaters had policies.
That's right. And so we tried several times to get into Bad Boys and got caught and got thrown out. And then finally we were successful.
There
We
you go.
got to see on the third try.
wasn't even-
Somebody opened a back door for us.
Come on. It's not even that bad of a movie. Especially, I'm guessing,
Honestly, I
what,
can't
13?
remember.
It's
All
not
I
that
remember is my face was like this.
bad. Yeah, you had to have been 13-ish probably.
I was
I'm
like
assuming.
13,
I
yeah.
think it's rated R, but I think it's, nowadays it'd be probably rated PG-13.
Honestly, we remember what movies were like in the 80s and 90s. If they were even rated PG-13 or worse, there was probably some full frontal or some whatever. There were some inappropriate
Very
things that would be
inappropriate, yes.
shocking because when we rewatch movies that Siobhan and I loved when we were kids, I mean, Siobhan especially, she got to watch everything when she was a kid. She knew all the movies. And then we watch them again and we're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe our parents let us see this. This is totally
Well,
inappropriate.
now they put that stuff on TV, on network
Yeah,
television.
because it's old, it's classic.
Broke down those barriers, right? We're past that point. Now, I have a similar sneak-in story.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what was your first?
I'll start with my first. So I remember we went to Mount Pleasant. I had 93, I think. Don, double check it. But I went and seen The Lion King. That was the very first movie I went and seen with my mom,
maybe
my
95.
brother, my uncle Chris, and I remember eating because eating fast food in the 90s was a special day. I don't know if it was at your guys' house, but at my house,
yeah.
if we were eating fast food, you either got it on dentist days or if you went to the movies.
Right.
Like that was it.
It was 94, Pat.
94.
Okay,
Okay,
cool.
close. But yeah, so I remember that one. Loved that. Obviously, Lion King, 10 out of 10. That's one of my favorite movies all time. But then I rember sneaking in or trying to sneak in.
You should give a quick review of Lion King for anybody who hasn't
Oh,
seen it.
all right. Lion King, animated movie. It's about lions.
Okay.
There's a brother. Yes,
he's
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
He's a bad brother.
He's a bad
He's not
brother.
nice.
Scar.
He's a bad one. And he
Hires
sets
hyenas.
up he sets his brother, the good brother. He's a king. Good brother's a king. Good brother had a baby. They held him up. Okay. Bad brother sets him up for failure. He gets killed. The baby watches. He sees it all. He's scarred forever. He runs away. He makes friends with a little pig and a little hyena thing or a little rat thing. And they're good friends. They're real good friends. They know that
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah, Hakuna. You just life.
Remember that. Write that down.
Just life's a wonderful thing, whatever it is. And
means no
and then
worries,
hyenas
Chris.
come. Yeah, and then hyenas come. So they had some worries, and so they had to fix things. But he falls in love with a beautiful girl lion named Nala.
Decade goes by the way.
Then they grow
quickly.
up, and he becomes king.
one scene.
Long story short, he becomes king.
Yes,
Great story. 10 out
movie.
of 10.
Yeah, it's 10 out of 10. They made other ones. And Mufasa was just recently. Anyways, sneak in movie. Tried to sneak into Scary Movie multiple times.
that was your bad boys.
Multiple times. And
That was hilarious.
I don't think I ever got in. I think I remember having to wait until it came out. But that was rated R. I had to have been probably 14 to 16.
And you know what? That movie was jolting. The first one,
very raunchy.
It was raunchy, and they pushed some boundaries.
Yes,
I mean,
they did.
They created a whole genre.
I'm glad they didn't let me see it at 13, 14. You're going to have to go ask your mom. And I'm thinking, my mom would say, no way. But in terms of like fun movie stories, I wanted to make sure I told you guys this. I have been to the movies to watch one movie multiple times.
Oh, yeah? Which one?
Please, no judgment.
No promises, but go ahead.
You Got Served. Friends watching this right now know why. But I watched You Got Served. That weird breakdancing movie.
Were you super into the one girl? What's her name?
No. I loved dancing. I danced a lot back then. I wanted to break dance. All that
I didn't
stuff.
realize you had a passion for dancing.
I did. Now
Break dancing? How about that?
If you would have known me back then.
We got a bad
Anyways,
look on Dom's face, meaning our cameras are probably all screwed up.
Yeah.
But we're not stopping.
No.
No.
We're having
Full
fun.
send.
This is good. Dom, you're up. First movie experience you can
first
remember.
movie I can remember. I have a vague, and I'm a little older
Color.
than you guys.
Can we go with color?
Yeah, it was in color. But I do have a vague memory of going to a drive-in with my parents.
Yeah.
I don't remember the movie.
They got the Model
Then
T.
the Model T.
Horseless buggy.
Yeah, horseless buggy, yep.
But the first movie I remember seeing, An American Tale, Fievel Goes West.
Yes.
Classic,
good
classic.
movie.
That's a Pizza Hut movie for me.
It is.
Loved
Yeah.
Fievel Hut. Or Fievel Hut. American
Fievel.
Story.
Yes.
Fievel
An
Goes
American
West.
Story.
Yes.
American Story. Great title.
I mean, and so many other movies have just been based off of that one classic. You know,
Classic.
boy gets separated from
Okay,
family.
let me give a quick. Let me see if I can remember.
Oh,
this one.
please.
All right, American Story. Fievel Goes West. There's a mouse family. They love each other. Good parents. They say, look at the moon. No matter what, if we can see this moon, we're always together. Okay, they're not together though. The kid gets separated. Fievel, he's all on his own. It's a big, scary world.
Heads west.
He's in the new world.
Yeah.
And he heads west. Okay, he makes some friends along the way. He makes some enemies along the way, but he can always see the moon. And as long as he can see the moon, he's connected. He sings some songs. They sing some songs. In the end, everything's okay.
Yeah. It's basically Ratatouille. That's basically
the same
Ratatouille
characters.
just stole the whole storyline from American
I sure
Tail.
love Ratatouille though. Such a good movie.
Okay, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. What do you think?
Oh, that's a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
That was a keeper.
10
I
out
had
of
that
10.
on VHS, you know, when I got a little older.
What's your most favorite movie experience?
It's more recent. And
Minecraft?
I too have seen
Taylor Swift?
No. Taylor Swift.
Hey, that era's thing was fun.
Avengers Endgame. When Captain America calls for Mjolnir and he comes to his hand. that is
was
absolutely
epic.
the greatest
Avengers
shot
assemble.
in all of
You know what he's talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
history.
When he calls for Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
And it
Mjolnir. I
actually
said
comes.
Mjolnir.
Well, but I'm saying for the non-nerds
not
who are listening,
non-nerds.
not everybody
Millionaire
knows
Thor's
what you're even
hammer.
talking about.
Also known as, yes.
But when Captain America, who has no right to that instrument, and that instrument doesn't
in
come
fact,
to
you're not
anybody
supposed
else.
to be able to pick it up.
No.
Unless you're Thor.
Unless
you're
you are
worthy.
That's
my
right.
Bad, my bad.
Captain America. Okay, Captain America. So he's really strong. He doesn't have any other powers at all. He's not super smart. He's
super
not
strong.
He's not
He's a
super
super
smart.
social.
He's not. He's
doesn't
not
curse.
great at. Yeah, he's very polite. He's from another time, so he doesn't know about our ways. But he's really, really strong and fast. And
Virtuous.
he can, and he's a good man, and he has a shield that he can throw, and it's got powers too. And in the end, he gets the bad guys, and they're
vibranium.
mostly Nazis, which is odd because they're the same people he was fighting from before he was frozen.
That's still Nazis.
And that's the whole thing. He was in a glacier, but he's fine now.
Yep.
We thawed him out. He's fine. And in the end, he wins.
Yes. And
Captain America.
He wields Mjolnir.
10 out of 10.
Yes.
10 out of 10.
No, Avengers Endgame. Such a good movie. Such a good movie. Love
Kenzie,
that
what
movie.
about you? Can you remember the first movie you ever got to see in a theater?
The first movie, it's gonna.
It is a rambunctious, overzealous athlete of a car, right? Race car, and he loses everything.
Okay.
Blows a tire, doesn't win the big
embarrassed.
game, embarrassed, rips up a town, has to fix the town, falls in love with all the townies, rusties.
He makes friends.
Ka-chow.
He makes friends with others.
With the
He
mayor,
realizes that there's value in others.
Larry the Cable Guy. Yes. No. Good movie. Solid
Good movie.
Great movie.
Wonderful.
Solid trilogy, actually.
Yeah.
And what's the most fun you've ever had in a movie theater? There was the people who owned our theater had a kid, but they were older than me. I never got to be friends with them, but I thought, God, that would be so cool to be friends with the theater owners.
Yes.
Oh man. Now,
Unlimited movies.
now I would be remiss if I didn't just mention some of my other favorite memories of being in theaters. And as a kid, that was that opportunity when you and maybe the girl you liked got to go see a movie together. And it's dark, it's quiet, maybe you hold hands.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? It was like that first little romantic.
Real quick. There was another movie I seen multiple times in the theater.
Really?
It was that courting age, right? And I went and
does
seen
this go hand in hand with what I was saying? All
Was-
right.
was it
Texas
Step Up?
Chainsaw Massacre 3 times
Oh, I see. Horror movies. Yeah, that's a go-to.
with dates. Yes.
Yeah. You see a horror movie and then they are scared. They want to grab onto you, and that feels
After
cool.
you watch it the first time, it's not that scary
Yeah.
for you. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I always thought it was like the coolest thing, to meet. You met that her parents dropped her off, your parents dropped you off. You got your tickets. Maybe you
time.
played some arcade games. You got some popcorn, and
This
maybe
is what they have to look forward
Maybe
to.
your friends were there, and maybe her friends were there too, and everybody's hanging out. I mean, this is what we used to do. I mean, this was.
I think it's coming back.
I hope so.
I think that's what we're going to get.
It is
here.
a romantic thing, the small town movie theater.
Yes.
And Big Rapids is too great of a town to not have one that is comfortable and working. So
agree.
I will just make this promise to you guys that we're going to keep up with this. We will let you know when this is actually a done deal.
Yep.
And then we'll keep track of the progress. Maybe we'll even get the owner to give an update to you guys himself, because he's got a great background. He's very well spoken, and great guy. He served our country and has carried on his family legacy and a whole bunch of things that I think are great. So we'll keep you posted on when it is actually done and when the construction starts, so that we can all start getting excited.
get excited for
And you know
sure.
what? This fall, this Thanksgiving, this Christmas season,
There's some good movies coming
we're going to
out
be
later
seeing
this year.
We're going to be seeing movies back in our own theater.
I
again.
love it. Love it. Speaking of movies, the Chamber was at the ribbon cutting for Pages and Pixels. We talked about them last week, I believe, or a couple
new
times.
New bookstore in town.
New bookstore. This is over in the Trailside Crossings on the east side of town. But they are offering movie rentals. It sounds like they're
retro.
renting DVDs, renting video games, also offer up board games, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, all those types of things.
Yeah, we had mentioned it last week, and they had a bunch of photos that they had shared with us, and it looks to me like you can go in there and have a pretty good night. You can get yourself like a board game to play with friends, get a movie to watch together, get some popcorn and snacks,
And then a video game once everybody leaves. And you just stay up till 4 o'clock.
and maybe
in
a
the
video
morning.
game for you. Yeah. But anyway, best of luck to the folks over there at Pages and Pixels. Looks like a family operation, and it was cool that the Chamber was able to get over there and give them a
Yeah, it
grand
was a little
opening.
last minute, but we were able to at least get over there and
Yeah,
have a little
absolutely.
representation for sure.
Yeah, you know that the it's going to be getting pretty busy around town here pretty quick. Splash Pad opens May 24th.
Yep, got the ribbon cutting there.
Yeah, big ribbon cutting. You guys, if you've not seen the changes they've made around Hemlock Park, the city made some posts this week that highlighted some of the areas. You know, the pickleball courts are in constant use. I can't think of a
I still haven't got over there yet. Soon, maybe.
I can't think of a better. Just where that many people can use that small of an area and get that much like enjoyment and cardiovascular
You want to know
exercise.
what?
out of
15
it.
years ago, I said, why are we not utilizing this space better? And it seems like 15 years later, we are utilizing it better.
Well,
Good for the city.
all things in time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do have the
Props
splash pad.
to John Coles and the crew that of local community members essentially that have put this thing together, made it a reality, and of course to the city for partnering with them to help out. But yeah, between the splash pad, the new play area, which is incredible. It's big. I see kids on it all the time. I don't think they're going to miss the playscape at all. I really think that kids are going to love this new play center. And then the basketball courts, kids love those.
Oh, yeah. Kid was over there playing on them yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So that's great.
Yeah,
That's
and then
great.
right around the corner, they also did put up the summer concert series. I seen that posted the other day. I want to reiterate that. That's at the bandshell there across the bridge. So a lot going on down there.
Yeah, Hemlock Bandshell is a great little. It's not like we have a bunch of venues for live music or live theater or for other events. And besides Pocket Park, this is sort of our only other, this is the other spot. So the 2025 Hemlock Park Bandshell Summer Concert Series kicks off June 18th. No, yeah, it does. June 18th with the Ferris Community Summer Band. I will be there. I will be playing percussion with them.
Very fun.
And then throughout the summer, you guys can look forward to...
All throughout July? And
yeah.
into
They've
August.
got Kyle Brown and the Human Condition, the Seth Brown Band, On the Lash, All That Jazz. We love those. The Copycats, Why Not, Acoustic Sessions. They always seem to bring in pretty good talent for that. So check it out. And in fact, next Friday, the Big Rapids Drum Circle will be there.
Back there. Yep.
From 6 to 8.
These are always free. So
All free events.
It's 7 o'clock. It seems that most of them are going to start too. So yeah. Check out the events. They're all up on Facebook. I've seen that. So you can go find your specific events and follow them there.
Yeah, Pocket Park schedule is up as well. I don't know if you've got that pulled up.
I do.
But that kicks off...
Of course, this is the last.
leave it right there. May 30th. So that's 2 Fridays from now. So a couple
more
weeks.
so.
Stanley and Quiggle, I'm telling you, these guys are so good. These guys have got they're gonna do some big things in the music world.
For sure.
It's Owen Stanley, Jameson Quiggle. You guys should look these guys up, Stanley and Quiggle, on like Facebook or something. They released an album here recently it's head and shoulders above anything I could have possibly done at their age. They're multi-instrumentalists. They're incredibly talented.
It's a way to kick
They're
off
tall.
Pocket
They're
Park,
handsome. They're it, man. They're the
They're it.
future. Okay,
Yeah,
and
style.
it just goes from there, man. Every band on the list this year
awesome.
is solid.
Couple weeks still, though, unfortunately.
Couple weeks.
I did get to the farmer's market.
Yeah, me too.
And I did spend money there. And it was nice to have the
You
farmer's
sounded
market.
regretful. What'd you buy?
I bought cheese
Yeah,
and a
I
rose
could see
bush.
that. Cheese and a rose bush.
Yep, I bought a rose bush for the new house.
I buy
and,
like mushrooms and cheese.
I looked at the
books.
mushrooms,
Yeah.
and I was hoping for some more fruit. But I was talking with Josh, and he said that there's a ton more people that will be coming.
Are you a mushroom guy?
Yeah,
And do you like trying new mushrooms?
yeah, I'll try. Yeah, I'll try most foods.
Now, if you
Outside of
try a new
tomatoes.
mushroom, what's your way of preparing it? Me, typically, I'll slice it up thin and maybe fry it the first time in a little oil or butter.
Yeah, a little oil butter first time.
To see what kind of
I had when we were in Vegas, I had it was a combination of all these different types of fancy mushrooms. It was at Emerald's restaurant.
shiitakes.
And and it was you could tell there was probably 3-4 different types of mushrooms in there, but they were all kind of stewed with some kind of broth. First time I ever had it, was almost but they were full chunks of mushroom, but it was just delicious. It was like mushroom soup kind of. I don't know, but
It's because Pat, you are
Mushrooms?
such a fun guy.
Mushrooms? Are you guys mushroom people?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so good. We're all on the same page.
All
then.
right.
Mushrooms are very divisive.
very divisive. I don't know why.
Mushrooms and tomatoes
hate
and
tomatoes.
onions. Okay, all right. See, divisive. I like all those things.
I did not buy tomatoes at the farmer's market.
I'll eat each of those things, and I'm not even like a veggie guy, but I'd eat each of those things uncooked. I'll eat mushrooms, tomatoes, and onions.
I love onions. Yes.
Yeah, uncooked.
I don't know. It's just since a kid.
The texture of tomatoes.
texture of tomatoes
Do you know
just
that
doesn't-
people used to think that for a long, long time people did not eat tomatoes? Did you guys know about this?
No.
Because they thought they were poisonous. Okay?
Pat still does.
Yeah. Now, I've even heard this in my own lifetime that something about the seeds or whatever were poisonous. But I think, and listen, feel free to everybody feel free to disregard. This is not a history lesson. This is as good as my movie reviews were earlier. Okay, this is just as best as I can recall. What I remember is they used to use plates that were made of lead. For the serving, like serving dishes or something, right? They had these fancy things. And so when the tomatoes would be sliced on the lead platters, it would the tomato juice, the acid would interact, and it could could give you lead poisoning or something.
It would probably eat the lead.
I don't know.
The plate,
I don't know. Dom will look it
It
up.
would react with lead in pewter plates.
Oh, pewter.
And
Okay.
pewter, yeah,
Pewter. Got it.
and would lead to lead poisoning.
Okay,
are
well there you
correct.
go. See, so even my
correct.
my fogged memory kind of remembers that. So how long? So they didn't eat tomatoes for like a really long time, I don't think, because everyone was just like, no.
Until they stopped using pewter.
Yeah. Well, but then who was the first person to try it out again? I always think about this, like who figured
Fievel.
out? Who figured out?
Fievel Goes.
Who figured out that we can eat this but not this?
His name was Robert Gibbon Johnson. He publicly ate a tomato in 1820 to demonstrate its safety and debunk the myth that tomatoes were poisonous.
Okay.
Bravo.
The original,
to Robert Gibbon, or whatever his name was.
Robert Gibbon Johnson.
Robert Gibbon Johnson. Good for him.
Good for
That
That
is a
probably took some
brave.
guts.
That took guts to be like, guys, you're nuts. It's perfectly fine. And everybody's like, my heavens.
It's even better with salt. That's right here.
That's how I eat it. Yeah. Okay, thanks, Dom.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So that's what's up with tomatoes. But mushrooms, yeah, okay. Got ya. What else we got? Sorry, guys. Get back to it.
All over the place.
What else is coming up?
We did get an update sent to us. And you can
yes.
always
Thank you.
send us stuff at what'supbiggrapids@gmail.com. Or like this person did, send it to our Facebook.
The
Quick,
What's Up,
easy.
What's Up, it's facebook.com/what'supbigrapids, I believe.
Yeah, these are the Ice Dogs. These are 2 new teams from what I'm gathering based upon the text. But 2 new teams that they're developing from the 11U to the 14U teams.
Now
These
that
are
means
2 tryouts.
if your kid was born in 2011 to 2014, there's 2 teams, that they can participate on.
Yep.
Now this is for the BRAHJA League, and our team, of course, is called the Big Rapids Ice Dogs. We've got the Ice Dog Hockey Club. They've got their 25-26 fall tryout. It's going to be at the Cedar Rock Sportsplex next Thursday,
Tryouts.
the 22nd, from 7 to 8:30 p.m. And you know what? I'm going to recommend you go to bigrapidshockey.org and double check, because they're saying that if the ice is full, they're going to have a second place.
Yep, at Ferris.
So if you've got a kid who's thinking about hockey, there is an email address. Go back to that for me. It was BRAHJA so that is BRAJHA hockey. BRAHJA hockey @gmail.com.
Yep.
All right. Did you play when you were a kid?
I did not play no hockey. We played basketball and hockey the same season.
I couldn't. We didn't have a hockey team, and my parents couldn't afford for me to play hockey. You know what I mean?
I hear it's very expensive.
It was
My
when I was a
sister-in-law
kid. They told me $600 per season to play, and my parents were just like, "That's impossible. That's never going to happen." So we played street hockey. What about you?
I
Nope.
skated a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, basketball.
I spent
You pay
a
one.
lot of time.
You pay for one ball, and then you pay for one hoop.
kid needs a ball. That's it.
That's
you
it.
don't even have to pay for the hoops.
Now we're
They're
hooping.
there. Yeah. Well, we played a lot of street hockey because of another movie,
Mighty Ducks.
The Mighty Ducks.
Review it.
Okay.
No, I'm just-
All right. There's a kid. He's a bit lonely. His mom's single. He wishes
mom's single.
he wishes he had a dad, but he's got a lot of heart. He's a good kid. Okay. He makes friends. The friends, they're all different. They all have different. One's real big and funny. One's very smart and nerdy. One he doesn't talk, but he can hit a slap shot like nobody's business. And he's big.
talk.
He's very strong. Okay. They get a coach who is in trouble. He got caught drinking and driving.
Drinking and
okay? He was
shooting
drinking and
straight.
driving, and the judge said, "You're going to pay." So he takes his limousine, and his driver takes him to the coach. He meets these kids. They play the mean team, and they beat him.
The mean team.
Barely. They barely beat him, and in the end, they win over the whole town, and that's the Mighty Ducks. Okay?
Yeah, no, but yes,
the Mighty Ducks was huge when I was a kid.
I always wanted to get rollerblades and do the whole thing, but I'm from Morley, and I was born on a dirt road.
Totally.
And you don't get to do those things.
Well,
period.
So we lived in a town with no team, but some of the wealthier kids played hockey.
The Banks.
So my
The
friends,
Banks.
exactly right. I
Yeah.
knew those kids. So those kids played, and they would want to play street hockey in their off time with us. The
cake eaters.
So even us, the poor kids, we got sticks, we got skates, and we got out there and did the thing, and
At least you got to play.
had a lot of fun. A lot of fun getting chased out of people's parking lots. Mostly.
It did say it's $30 for the tryouts, but the goalies are free. I thought that
Goalies
was
are
super
free.
Interesting. Yeah, it must be hard to like get goalies to sign up.
It is hard. Who wants to be goalie? And you got. It's more expensive. Their equipment is so much more expensive,
That's
right?
twice as many pads, or,
Totally. And
or bigger pads, or something.
yeah, it's like ooh,
All them fancy goalie masks. They're all pretty sweet though.
it is really really cool. But who wants to just let everybody just Wail on you. All right, that's BRAHJA hockey, and I'm telling you what, Big Rapids has a hockey reputation. Okay, we are not slouches.
No,
around the rink.
We hang our hats.
In Big Rapids,
we play hockey
from blue line to blue line, from first to the third period. I don't know that much
from
about
3
hockey.
to 30.
Yeah, we go all 60 minutes, 60 hard miles out there.
60 minutes,
Yeah. See, I'm trying.
Sound like Gordon Bombay right now.
I'm trying, man. You know I don't know that much about sports, but I did see that an injustice was possibly righted this past week.
I don't know how
Depends
I
on
feel.
how you look
I don't know
at
how
history.
I feel about it, man. But
Seems like when I was growing up, the main opinion on Pete Rose was that he had been mistreated, that it was unfair what had
that's what it
happened
seemed
to
like
him.
my entire life.
Yeah.
Is that
Well,
he
what do
was
you
just
think now?
somebody who was a heck of a ball player.
All-time hits leader, right?
All-time hits leader.
So even I know that.
All right, all-time hits. It's something. It's
I think
batting average.
Pete Rose is the all-time hits
I thought
leader.
Tony Gwynn was, but I will confirm.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, he's celebrated as one of the greatest baseball players of all time, but yet we won't put him in the Hall of Fame.
Well, he gambled.
I get it.
But a year or two
but
ago,
everybody gambles now,
right? Shohei Ohtani, his guy got caught busting. Got caught. And how can Mayweather
Yep.
bet on every sporting
Every
event,
sport.
including boxing,
Including his own fights.
and then be able
Celebrated
to
as one of the greatest
And
boxers
is
of
it
all
only
time.
because we know without a doubt that dude would not ever go down? Like he
Maybe.
would never throw a fight, but doesn't mean he wouldn't pay. Say, I'll give you X
Well,
million
you
if
know,
you make sure I win.
You
this.
know that's happening within his realm. Maybe not his
So
fights,
how
but
is he allowed to go to the hall? I mean, because he'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Of course, and like you said, with Shohei's manager there,
Yeah, or his
a lot-
translator.
translator,
Using a lot of money to bet with.
and a super sketch, to have that kind of money and betting those kinds of things. Like Shohei didn't have any kind of say
Well,
in
what
it,
did
but
Pete Rose actually do?
it was something about.
Because I don't think he even bet on his own. I don't think that it was as bad as betting on a game he was even in or anything like that.
I'm almost positive it was betting on his own games,
Okay, well,
but not to
hey,
lose.
Pete, let's get our own Pete Rose on it. All-time hits leader, dominant.
And I believe there was
All-time hits leader with 42, 56, and won 3 World Series championships with the Reds and the Phillies,
all-time hits leader,
including 3 pennants.
and you know what matters in baseball? Hits. Getting on base is the number
wanna know
one
what?
skill you can ask for.
This also goes to that whole 90s, 2000s era about the steroids. I still struggle with that because at the end of the day, you still, the pitchers are juicing, so that means they're throwing harder. You know what I mean? And then you still have to put the bat on the ball.
Okay, so you're thinking Sammy Sosa, we should get him in next,
And now I don't think so. I don't push it that far, but I feel like those guys just got such a bad rap, And
they were just doing what everybody else was doing, right?
Yeah, right.
Kind of thing.
I mean, it seems like everybody was juicing in the 90s, and these guys were the best at baseball during that time period. So, but I know.
I still think it kind of almost deserves an asterisk.
But anyways, my biggest thing with this is, why you got to wait till the guy passes away? Why not give him his little bit of gratification before he passes?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Clear his name before he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah. When did he pass?
Late last year. It was
That's sad. That's probably why.
I don't remember when.
Honestly,
it was
probably
last
why.
year, though.
That's probably why they're making the push now.
Yeah, and also take a look around. Every show on every channel is brought to you by FanDuel Sports Network or DraftKings Sports.
Oh, you're not wrong.
You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh! Every time I turn around, someone's wanting me to bet on sports.
Yeah, and it's pushed down your throat. So
Yeah.
with the hypocrisy, they can hide from it no more. So
Well, there's hypocrisy at all levels these days. What's right? What's wrong? Is it okay to what ways, or is it okay for you to enrich yourself? Yeah, I guess that'll be for the courts to decide. What else have we got, pal? I feel like we've been going a long time.
we definitely have.
You know what? So we wanted to congratulate all the graduates.
Yes.
We've got Big Rapids High School will be walking. So all the local high schools will be
Is that
graduating
next
soon.
weekend?
Probably
24th, 25th that weekend.
Yep. So congratulations, everybody. We're so proud of you. Way to go. And Good luck. Make us proud out
steps,
there.
yep.
Go out, take on the world. You've got this.
Speaking of graduation, Ferris, we talked about it last week, but they
Yep.
have graduated and they're starting to leave.
Oh, that's right. So
We're getting our
the town
roads
will get
back.
a little bit. Town's getting a little quieter.
A little quieter. I don't know if it's better for, that's up to each person individually, but it is going to get a little quieter, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
no, congratulations to all of them.
Yeah.
That's
And let's
even
all
more
just
work.
enjoy it. Let's enjoy the little bit of breathing room out there on the roads. Okay? Let's take it easy. Let's be kind to each
Let's
other.
stop stopping at not stop signs and let's stop at stop signs. Can we focus on that now that the traffic's settled down? It's been chaos the last couple of weeks. I almost got hit twice.
boy.
People blowing through stop signs.
Yeah. Be careful out there,
Yes.
folks. Okay? You've got this one precious life. Let's not waste it. Dom, anything you want to correct us on or anything we didn't get?
Connect
right.
Church
Yeah.
is at 6 p.m. On Saturday night at Crossroads.
I'll be there. Come and join me. Worship will be great. Pastor Mark always has an awesome message, and the people there are just the friendliest you can imagine.
The Lion King was 1994, Pat. That's the same year I graduated high school.
Okay.
You're such a kid, Pat.
Yeah.
And also, not only Pete Rose, but also Shoeless Joe Jackson from the 1919 World Series.
Also
he was
got
also
reinstated.
banned. He also was reinstated posthumously.
Yep.
So,
Another guy that they were never able to pin anything
nope.
specifically on him. They could never show that he had done anything to sabotage those games. He played amazing. What movie was the big one for you? So senior year, what were you into? If you weren't going to the Lion King that year, what was the thing?
1994.
What was the cool thing?
He probably got
1994
into
year?
Bad Boys without any problems.
Yeah, what were the seniors? What were the seniors doing around then?
boy, I was
Putting customs-
I was a giant nerd.
Tell us what was like the cool thing then for you?
For me,
Senior year.
I sang in a choir, and we got to go to Washington, D.C. and sing on the steps of the old post office
so
in the
embarrassing.
Capitol. Yeah,
This is so embarrassing.
yeah.
Right on.
God, that is
leaning
video
into
of that?
leaning into that.
there a
You
video of that?
did. You did. Say
There's
it was
no
nerdy.
video.
Can you imagine going all the way to DC to sing, and it's
In a
you're not even-
tuxedo.
you're not even on the
In a
steps of
tuxedo.
the-
In a tuxedo.
You're not even on the Capitol. You're on a post office.
The old post office, yeah,
done that
from like
here.
the 1800s, not even the Capitol building.
Not even Carnegie
every
Hall or
other
anything.
steps were taken that day.
Oh my
They were booked.
gosh, that is awful. All right, what else? Anything else?
Well, thank you for doing that for,
Yeah.
for our country.
And I
Thanks
never
for
had to
sharing that.
sneak into movies. I knew how to forge my mom's signature. I don't know what your guys' problem is.
There was no policy at the theater where you could show your parents'
If I had
signature.
a note,
There was no
They would
note
let me
system
in.
at the theater. Not at my
maybe in
theater.
the 80s.
Maybe in the maybe in the
absolutely.
late 70s there was. But by the time we all came about, no. You stepped up, you asked for a ticket, they said, "Are you 13?" You said, "Uh-huh." Or whatever it was.
Yep. Yeah.
They
Or
said,
7.
"No.
think
You're
so."
Sylvia's boy."
You're so beautiful.
Ah! I guess I'll take one ticket to the Cutting Edge. I'll see the Cutting Edge again.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Well, hey, listen, it was a great show this week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. For What's Up Big Rapids, I'm Chris Jane.
And I'm Pat Brooks.
Just remember, kids, kindness is contagious. Please go out there and be the light that you want to see in the world. We're all counting on you. All right? Let's hit the music.
See you next week.